Hey guys, it's Diana again. Art with Diana Myers at Facebook or online at artbydianamyers.com at the Artsy Shop. And I was on last night, but I wanted to show you something. If you guys were on last night, you've seen that I did these little, like, what do they call them? Little refrigerator magnets. I had some other ideas, and I had seen where they had made canvas panels out of cardboard, which is, if you've ever been like the dollar store, but anywhere where you bought a canvas panel, that's like the flat ones. Like this, they're not stretched out over wood. Flat. So, anyways, I looked up Pinterest. I know I had saves and stuff, and I did find where you could do it with gesso, which is what I did. And I'm going to order me a little thing of a roll of canvas, and not just because I use the regular stuff for classes, but because it gets a little expensive, and sometimes I like doing things just cheaply, right from the ground up. I like even when I do my garden, I like to start my own seeds. I like the process. I know that's weird. I know it. Anyways, I'm going to show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing this. And I got to wear my mask for when I put on the, I don't know if you guys have ever used Mod Podge. Ugh, stink. And it really kind of gets me a little bit. So I just wear it when I put this on. But I'm thinking there's got to be something else I can use. The first one I did, the first ones, I just used my gesso. So, but I'm going to see if this makes a difference, if it's stiffer. I already did this one. And I gessoed it kind of rough. But, when I do my palette knife, my professional paintings, I like the background really, really rough. So I will take good canvas and I will put on with a big, a big one, a big knife. I'll put on really, dips and curves and really make it rocky looking. So when I go to do my palette knife, it gives it this really funky texture. And I love it for my, farmhouse look and stuff. So anyway, so there's the back. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to paint it white, and then it'll look like the same thing. And I'll put, a little bit of gesso over there too. So there's the panel. And then I did 4 small ones. Not too shabby. And you won't hardly be able to tell when I get done. But that'll save some bucks. But lately, I got a few things. I got another light here. I got 2 lights now. And the mail came in this long box. I'm looking at this box going, what can I do with this box? The artist's mind, right? And I'm a cheapskate, so between the two. All right, so let me show you what I'm doing with this. I can see we got a lot of classes coming up for that little Oliver I did. If you guys have been to my event section. And he's got over 100 hits. But there's only there's 3 or 4 people going, they say. Only one is paid for. So I'm like, is anybody going? It's such a cute painting. And it's like one of those paintings, you could do it on anything, you could paint it on, just about anything. It's an easy painting. It's not real complicated. Now I'm going to to cover up the fact that it's, now that I think about, buying those canvases, how they just got it, just overlapped enough because they don't want to waste any canvas. But also, if there's any rough edges, it covers it up. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is what I've been doing. Just, taping it up. Kind of gets a little funny. I need a really good utility knife. My daughter works at Marshall, so she does stuff in the back. And, I told her she knows what's good as far as box cutters and stuff go. I need to get a good box cutter. But I probably could get an X-Acto knife too. But like I said, I'm trying to spend too much. I got this one here. This is the box cutter, right? I think so. But I think I could just buy the, I'm going to look at Michael's. So I can get just the, blades. Razor blades. This really doesn't take long. Although the most consuming part is you gotta cut it up. Like with these, the way it was shaped in the box, they were just like that. And then some of the flaps at the end, so I didn't really have to do too much cutting. And this is all going to get covered up by the gesso and the Mod Podge. Hey Lily, I'm making my own canvas panels. All that cardboard. Well, after I did those little things last night, I'm thinking to myself, you know, you could probably make some panels. And Rick's got all this cardboard on the porch, and he's got to cut it up. And, you know, the city only likes it a certain way. And I'm looking at it going, well, this one's pretty neat. And I had picked up some old frames. I got some odds-on frames from the secondhand store. So I thought to myself, why not get the frames out, measure them, cut some of this up. Then you know, because a lot of times people want to give you frames and they don't realize unless you do your own canvas, you can't match that up. If anybody's been to Michael's to get something framed, oh my God. You know, those girls make commission. So they're going to charge you. And I get it. You know, I worked on commission for years, but yeah. So it's just ridiculous. And even online, I find deals if I do, I grab them, you know. Nothing against making money, but when you're doing your own paintings, it gets, a lot of them I don't even frame anymore. I buy the gallery wrap, which is the real thick ones. But after I went and I looked on my Pinterest page and, you know, internet stuff, and there's quite a few articles on it. And I said, that's it. I'm going home, I'm doing my own. So I cut up the boxes earlier. And I had done those little ones just for gesso, but it calls for what they call Mod Podge. Only is I don't use Mod Podge too much. I do have it here for projects, but it stinks so bad. I have to wear a mask. I mean, it'll take your breath away. It's so nasty. Then I wonder if I looked on there. I didn't see they got a thick gel one from Amazon. I'm wondering if they have like an odorless base or something But here's one I did already. Now you could, like I did it rough because I like doing my paintings that way. I like the rough texture. I actually do my canvases before I do a palette knife like this, so it's rough. But if what they would do is somebody who does realism, they'll sand this coat, do another coat, so it is so smooth you don't even see the grain in it because you know it's cloth is what it is. So and then I did a bunch of small ones. Now in the back, I'm gonna paint this white. Then I'll Mod Podge it if it needs it, and it'll look really the same. Then I can paint them. They're a little bit damp still. They've been drying a couple hours, so I won't be able to do that. So I just took an old brush I had, just give it a little blot, and get my mask on because this stuff reeks. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people think it stinks. I'm not really just being really fussy because I'm really not. All the smells we got around here. Probably why I got problems with it. I did hair for a long time. And then, you know, these products like this, you know, it gets to you. So, this stuff goes a long way, so not too much. This goes a long way. I had seen this at the dollar store one day. I should have grabbed a bunch of it. Now this should flatten out, because the other one did, as it's drying. So I'm going to make sure I do like, even over the tape. For people who don't want to spend a lot of money on canvases, this is pretty cheap. And Mod Podge, I think that bottle was like $3 or $4. An old brush. Pick up that tape at the dollar store, and you got yourself some canvas panels. Now, I'm going to cover mine with gesso, and that's not too cheap. I found this at, I don't know, maybe $12, and I have another one I paid about $8. But I mean, the one I've had for 6 months, and I do a lot of painting. So this stuff dries pretty fast, but you can paint right over this. Right over this. And then on my little refrigerator magnets, I did the varnish on top. So all I'm doing is Mod Podge right now. So like I said, a bunch of people signed up or are interested in that class. 3 or 4 said they're going, but only 1 people that paid so far. So that happens though, because last time I had a beautiful class, and I don't know, just I don't think maybe it's the day or the time, but I don't think they know that they can watch that anytime they want. They have to have video. I got videos I kept from this paint thing these classes that I take, that I paid for, and it's good for 1 year, which Facebook had told me, and this woman had told me that. It's true. So I think a lot of times people are busy, or they're scared. I don't know. That painting is so easy. You would not believe how easy it is. It looks complicated, but it's not. All right, so I'm gonna go re-around the sides. This dried really fast. I was shocked it dried so fast. I would have thought this cardboard would have been more absorbent, but it's not. Of course, I suppose, when you're having stuff delivered in the mail, you would want something that wasn't so absorbent. I would think. So let this dry. Probably by the time I get done doing the other one, it'll be dry. So let's try drying this with a dryer, see how it does. I got a new easel today, wood easel. I got it almost all together last night and lost the screw. I was so tired this morning. First thing I did, I got my coffee, came here, I found my screw. It was a good thing because it needed to be cleaned in here. And then I put my new one up here, my new light switch is up here, my little circle light. And I got one up farther. They were driving my husband nuts, so I got him set back a little bit where he sits and watches TV. It's trying pretty good. So I can just guess with it. But when you buy those panels in the store, sometimes they look like they're just, kind of gesso heavy. Sometimes they don't look like they put much on there. Sometimes they look pretty nice. So, the more you pay, the better you get. The big thing I find with some of the cheaper canvases is they rip real easy. I've had a couple just recently. I accidentally moved. You gotta be careful. They're real easy to rip. Your high-end ones have a little more give. You can put some water on it and it'll straighten out, But the other one's just a rip. I just did two. I got one more I gotta repair on the wall. It's a nice one too. It's always a nice one. Just repair it. I use gesso for that too. Alright, so I got this dry. I'll get one of my palette knives right here. And I'm just gonna, this goes pretty far too. Now, like I said, if you wanted this thicker, or if you wanted to do a couple layers, you'd let it dry, sand it with a fine sandpaper like a block, and then do it again. I was very thrilled with the way it painted. They painted beautiful. Now I'm going to go across first and then I'm going to go around the edges. Now when I do my palette knife painting, like this one I did a moon and flowers, and I had made a moon in the middle of the painting, where I wanted it in the painting. I made a moon with the gesso. And then my moon roses it's called. And I wanted roses over in this corner, so I kind of just did like I was doing flowers. I just painted my flowers, but with this stuff. And then I did my moon over here. I made a moon, and I made my moon all rough. And then it dried that way, so when I went to do it, it looked so cool. I do it a lot of times. I just kind of putting the gesso on, trying to picture what I'm going to do with the painting. So like I said, if you want it thicker, you can do that. You can also buy tinted gesso. But what I do is I just tint the gesso. I'll put it in a bowl. I want it black or gray or pink. And I will just tint it. That's all. It's pretty easy. Realists say like it really, really smooth. So they would go over this really 109 times and sand down each section. And I mean, they do that on good canvas too. They're like true perfectionists. I would go insane. Not my thing. Kind of like frosting a cake. I'm not going to be doing this all the time, but I thought it would be fun to just have some different sizes and stuff around here to do different things I want. Like I said, I got some square canvases or frames I could use those in. And now I got a couple big boxes. One has just a couple huge panels on it. I'm thinking, ooh, that'd be a nice big one. If I had to buy them, like if you're buying gallery wrapped, like a 3 foot by 2 foot, it's over $100. And that's easily, maybe even 4 foot by 2. And I just got a deal on one and I paid $100. So it's a 4 by 4, which I haven't painted yet. It's up there. It's nice. It's done. And the guy's friend, so that's a good deal. But it's just that, you know, that's why they're starving artists. But I don't know, I seen some girl somewhere, I don't know, Guatemala or something, she was doing her own. And then I got to looking at the ones like in the store, the panels. I'm thinking, you know, that's all that is a piece of cardboard with canvas wrapped around it. There's a special tool you can buy, a stretching tool, but I'm debating whether I really need that or not. They'll use like 3 or 4 of them. They'll make the frame, they'll steam it and stuff, and then they stretch the canvas, and they put the special tools. They're like a clamp, but they're different because you have to stretch with them. And you know, that's too much. You gotta have a couple people do that. That's about it. You gotta have a room for the big ones. I'm not doing all that. So I said, well, I would rather stretch it over cardboard. My thought was I could even like maybe do 2 pieces of cardboard if I wanted it like a little heavier. You know, and he does the gallery wrap. He did a big thick side on there. He did like a 2.5 inch side on there for me, so it's nice. That's nice because you ain't gotta frame it. It looks good. You can paint the sides. So that'd be a lot of cardboard, but I mean, it's possible. You can do it if you wanted to get creative. Then I was thinking after I did the painting, sometimes what I'll do is if I do a painting, I'll come in, I'll do this with different colors around the edges and it looks like a frame anyways. I don't have to frame it. So I just want to make sure I got most everything covered. Do the sides a little bit. Well, this is basically it. This one doesn't smell. That other one, man, it smells so bad. Woo, good smell. So this ain't that bad. And all of a sudden I got a whiff. I was like, oh, this is bad. I hadn't used that stuff in ages. Ages and ages. Yeah, and those ones that I did with the, I'm thinking maybe I'll try doing some little earrings or something. I think that'd be cool. Maybe do some little cutouts or something. Cardboard's kind of hard to cut, so I said I'm gonna need some special cutting tools for that. So I'll let this dry right here. I don't know if drying this with a dryer will help any, but I can try. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to dry. This is a couple hours ago, just so that dry. Feels like it. So that was it pretty much. Just wanted to show you guys that. Here's my little things from last night. Just so I gotta get some magnets. I'm gonna stick to it. Stick. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, a little bit. I gotta be careful. I was saying I gotta dry these out. These ones a little bit. They're cute though. They came out cute. Nice on the fridge. This size I could probably frame if I had a nice little frame. I was on there looking for to do these my own canvas panels, and I seen one where you make frames too. I'm like, oh, more work for myself. I'm a glutton for punishment. Some of these came out pretty cute, but they're nice and like, they're hard. Pretty happy. I did paint the back, but I didn't guess with the back or anything. Just refrigerator magnets. Alright, so that's all I wanted to come on for. I just wanted to show you guys that. I was going to come on earlier, and I was like, I don't know, I got involved with a lot of other stuff going on around here. But, I don't know if anybody else is trying to get their COVID testing. Every day I go on there, on the Dog County Health Department, and I don't qualify. They get this whole question, like, are you, I'm sure a lot of people have been on there, are you a, do you work with the public, forward facing, something like that. And then there was, cops, firemen, teachers, facilities for the elderly, and I went through the whole question thing. I did twice today, every day. And according to Como, immune compromised, which I am, could get it, but they haven't got anything up there, and I don't even know what you're going to need. So I guess someone was saying last night, I think he did it yesterday, they haven't put it on there yet, so I'm waiting. And then, they're doing it like at the fairgrounds or something. I don't know if I think it's the vaccines, that's what it had a list of places, like all over New York State. So that's what I was doing today, and took him shopping and cleaned my room, and now I'm going to put the rest of my, see my new easel? I always wanted one of those H-frames. I've been wanting one so bad. My husband's like, what's that? He don't even know what it is. He comes walking in the house last night, the stupid UPS guy left it on the stairs, and he's like, what's this? Can't hide something like that, it's too big. But I have two other ones, but they break down, and they're rickety-rackety. And they're more for like when I go into a class, somebody, one to put my work on, and one to do the painting for you. And I have I have like 30-something small ones for the class. I have two big boxes. My daughters don't know where to put them. They're the most odd-shaped things, to try to store. And so I got plenty of easels now, but I wanted that one because, like, when I do these big ones, you gotta get on the floor, you gotta hang it on the wall, you gotta have a place to do it. And these hold like 6-foot paintings. They clamp, so you can just hold it. And it rolls. It's got brakes on it. It's really cool. It's just so cool. Anyways, I'm thrilled. So I gotta put the little clamp thing on top that holds it down. So I'm gonna do that right now. So, all right, guys. See you later, Lisa. You guys all have a good night. Who knows? It might be on tomorrow. You're definitely going to be there Saturday from the looks of it. I'm hoping a few more people sign up. It should be fun. I'm going to teach on my new easel. It'll be exciting. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.